Let's go, baby. Let's go, man. We here. Another day, another dollar, another Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. We coming for y'all. Because we here at G&C Sports Talk. You know what I'm saying? We got another episode dedicated to y'all, the listeners. Hey, we just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, go tell a friend. Like on us, love on us. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I got it down, man. This is what we do at G&C Sports Talk, right? We do. This is what we do, right? We do it for the culture.
By the culture.
Because we are the culture, you dig?
#1 sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. Forgive me, anybody who may have not gotten the link that you'll get really soon. Y'all probably won't see this, so it don't matter.
It's cool.
But what we got in here right now, we do have Mr. #1 repeat offender, Mr. Jail Time himself. We got Sid in this thing.
What up, Sid? What up? Black and gold, baby. Black and gold.
What up, Sid? What the deal? What it is? What it do, yo?
The Grambling alumni himself.
Hey, the man with the plan.
Mr.
I can't say that part. Mr. can sing his tail off. We'll say that.
Mr. Boston Celtics gonna lose. Mike tonight. They might lose.
They're not losing tonight. They're not losing tonight. But yes, sir. What's up, Sid? We see you with the lucky 4-leaf clovers. Maybe it's 5, maybe 3
or 1.
You know, 2. But the Celtics in there.
It's cool.
They in there. So the NFL hadn't had very much movement, right?
Yep.
And we don't have very much for you besides the topic that everybody love to talk about, the Cowboys. They still ain't made no moves for no running back.
But they got Ezekiel Elliott back.
Hey, that's not really what they want.
All right, so we gonna start off like this. Now that Ezekiel Elliott is back, I want your thoughts. Do you think he could help, hurt, or be the same player he was when he come back to the Cowboys? I just want to know. Because if you ask me, in my opinion, it's like I was telling a good friend of mine, coworker of mine yesterday, what I thought about Ezekiel. I said his best days are behind him. If he can manage to be if he can stay healthy for 2 or 3 games over the half of the season, I think they'll be fine. But if not, if you get hurt or if you get injured or anything of that nature, then I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a couple of running backs out there that could possibly help them. But again, it's gonna be on Dak Prescott. It's gonna be the offensive line is talented and big as all outdoors anyway. So you ain't gotta worry about the offensive line. I'm pretty sure the defense is gonna be whatever. But hey, we'll see. I think it's gonna be solid. So if you ask my opinion, I think it's gonna be solid. He might be the I don't know if he's gonna be the same kind of player he was before he left, but if he can get back to his maybe like rookie, sophomore, maybe 3rd, 4th year, which I don't think he's gonna be. But if he can get slightly back there, I think he'll be just fine.
So he doesn't have to be good in that way, since he's older, but still considered a power back. You just need him in the red zone. What they need is somebody else who can be your every down back, because if they make him an every down back, he may not be. Well, he's not what he used to be, and he may not last the whole season.
Right.
So the thing that you got to look at, if you're the Cowboys, what they are looking at, what they probably are trying to pursue, or what they may already have on their roster, is the simple fact that they will not go out and get anybody because maybe they think they have what they have, and that's why they got Ezekiel Elliott to be able to be that red zone, which means 20 yards in running back.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't need him to be who else or whoever he usually is. Other news, good take by the way.
Okay.
Other news, Odell Beckham to the Miami Dolphins on a 1-year deal. I'm not even sure it makes sense. Good evening, Miss G.
What up, G?
Jack. What's the dealio? Nobody care about the Cowboys next time.
Next topic.
We waiting till y'all got in. So since we making sure we get more personal and things like that, we're doing our whole little setup and things like that before we get ready to come on and bring y'all this great content.
We gotta give y'all the appetizer.
And shit, they ain't appetizer. They ain't even a snack. But we had a light bust on this. So it kind of shook us up for a minute because we don't
know what happened. We don't know what happened.
So we had a light bust on us. So we look a little bit not as light as we usually are. We are man down right now with our light set up.
Charged up to the game, man.
So yeah, but nobody cares about the Cowboys. We definitely know that. Thank you so much for putting that in the chat, G. And I will make sure to go ahead and mark that as I may. But if y'all will do us a favor, we love music here. We love listening to it. We want to make sure that we get y'all takes on what it is that y'all listen to so that we can expand our music catalog / vocabulary, if you will. So what are y'all listening to? Make sure you put an M next to whatever that song is so that later on at the end, when we go to our music picks, we can make sure we shout out what y'all listening to. And if this is your first time here, just know half the fun is watching me struggle to see the words and struggle with the names. So it's a whole game. Anyway, what do you think about the Miami Dolphins?
I think it might be good for him. You have a vet out there. If anything happen, he can come out there, produce a little bit. Again, hopefully he don't get injured. But again, I don't think Odell Beckham is the same player that we once knew him to be. So for him to get that 1-year deal just shows what Miami is probably thinking. That of course his best years may be behind him as well. But who knows, man? Look, Miami, they gonna have a nice little offense. Their defense gonna be whatever it is. But them getting Odell Beckham, add another wide receiver to their core is good. Speaking of wide receivers, Chiefs, Rashee Rice might be submitted for at least half of the season. Again, the Chiefs also got the kid out of Texas, Xavier. He's showing promises in camp. So we're gonna definitely keep y'all updated on everything going on in the NFL too. But what you think about Odell Beckham going to the Miami Dolphins for 1-year deal?
So first off, shout out to Black Raiden. What's up? Say his name.
What up, Black Raiden?
I think he do a little bit better than me. His voice is a little deeper. Did you just Yeah. Well, Black Raiden, and much like what G said, I respect Odell, but his time may be done. It may be time for him to sit down.
Yeah.
His injury history is one thing to worry about, but the way that the Miami Dolphins offense functions is very much so time-oriented. It's very much so explosiveness. And not that he doesn't have the explosiveness, but it seems like every time he explodes, he also gets hurt and he burns out a willy, if you will.
Oh,
and that's one thing you can't have in that offense without those fast wide receivers and fast running backs. And Tua's timing with throwing the ball, which Tyreek Hill did not lie about with his accuracy. Without those things, that offense doesn't work. And not that their defense doesn't travel, but their team is very much so dependent on their offense. And they very much so need a home field advantage. I'm not sure how much Odell helps. If I was him, I would have stayed with the Ravens.
That's the best possible chance, either that or Kansas City. But speaking of other teams, J.J. Watt has hinted at a possible return to the NFL with the Houston Texans under the condition that head coach DeMeco Ryans absolutely needs him. To you, J.J. Watt, I say hang it up, man. They don't need you. Just like Odell Beckham, your best years are behind you. And ain't nothing wrong with coming back. Again, play in your local flag football league. There's nothing wrong with that. Play in your local flag football league. I'm pretty sure they have other leagues you can play. Go to Canadian football. Hey, you can also probably play UFL. You can play in the UFL if need be. I know it's different time and everything, but hey, don't do it, man. It ain't worth it, dog.
What's up, Spencer? We not enemies right now. All we've been doing is laughing at, in Spencer's word, not my own, Cuckoo Kenny. In the slaughterhouse that he put on, he buried somebody in the week. I don't know if we've ever seen that before.
Well, I wouldn't say.
He buried him. He buried him. Don't do that.
But he has one that
it was never a doubt. Yeah, people saying, "Oh, the great rap battle has been won." We knew who was gonna win. We gonna get on.
We gonna get on.
You're right. JJ needs to see his art stuff.
Sit down, son. Sit down.
Listen, this is my whole thing. JJ, what you did for the game is great. And I know that you see what Houston's doing now, and you want in on it. Brother, go be a coach. Go be a consultant. Go train people to do what you used to do. If you just truly want to get back involved in it, go try to be a scout and work in the office and go to all the games you want to. But as far as you step back on that field, DeMeco not ringing that line, brother. Hello? DeMeco? You're not calling JJ, right? All right, bet. You're not calling JJ Watt because you don't need him. They got a guy named Will Anderson, and they drafted another guy early. Come on, JJ.
Well, but hey, again, like my brother had said, what you contribute to the game of football, what you contribute to the Houston Texans will never ever be forgotten. But it comes a point in time where sometimes you're just gonna have to hang the cleats up, or if you do want to do whatever, you're just gonna have to go elsewhere and do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It happens to the best of us.
So here's the thing right here. I agree with G. He can go be a sportscaster, a radio host. You do what Rob Gronkowski's doing.
Enjoy life.
And things come to you, but you can't go play this football no more. I mean, if we look at you and put an X-ray up, you got a lot of broken bones. A lot of broken bones, man. And what you did for Houston, Texas was great. When you got Deshaun Watson before he turned into the nasty man, not my words, somebody else's, but it just fits so eloquently. Before y'all was tearing the league up, and that was the inception of the Chiefs. And after that, I mean, hey, brother, it is what it is, but you not what you used to be, and that's okay.
And it's okay.
Just go look back on your yesteryears and be proud of that. You ain't with this new league no more. Yeah. It is what it is. Happy Tuesday. Stay on the glow. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we have here. I just want to show you. I just want to, you know what I love it. You know, I just want to show y'all this because I'm so proud of it, right? Hold on. I forgot to do this. Sorry. Let me take this out. Yeah, speaking of glow, right? Because I am slow on the drawing. Everything else, I've got to take that down.
Okay.
Speaking of glow, did y'all think about this? Did y'all see that thumbnail was fire?
That thumbnail is fire.
Hey, we got the glow like Bruce Leroy.
He did.
We got the glow like Bruce. He don't like The Last Dragon. I forgot to tell you when you was going, I watched. It was so fire. It was so fire. Yeah. How do you hate on that movie? How do you hate? Hey, I need y'all in the chat. I need y'all in the chat to charge this man up. He don't like The Last Dragon with Bruce Leroy. He don't like The Last Dragon with who's the man? Who's your master? Show enough. He don't like The Last Dragon. Take his card, y'all. I don't know why he don't like it. Okay. That is a classic. I'm not gonna say cult. It's just a classic. I ain't saying it's the best production.
The best thing in that movie was the girl.
You know who that was?
Yeah, I know.
Vanity,
yeah.
Come on, dog. That was a great movie.
Recipe to Shorty too.
That was a great movie. And The Last Dragon taught so many valuable lessons.
What?
Don't be an idiot. Believe in yourself. Everybody has a glow in them. He went looking for a master the whole time. When he went back to find his former master, he said, "There's one place you ain't looked." And then at the end, that's when you got the magic.
Oh my God, man.
Oops, I just want to be glowing like y'all. What's up, Tanya?
What's up? We subscribe to you. I subscribe to you. I subscribe to you as well. Thank you. Appreciate it. I just had to let you know I did.
Oh, you got the.
Oh my God.
That was a great movie. When it comes to Bruce Lee, the game of death is at the top. Oh, for sure. It's nothing better than Bruce Lee. But for us, we had Bruce Leroy. He might have been a knockout version, it is what it is. But Bruce Leroy found the glow. In Brooklyn.
He did great value. He did great value. I'm sorry, I love you, dog. Like you said, it's a classic.
Y'all gonna stop hating on Bruce Leroy. Y'all gonna stop hating on Bruce Leroy.
I'm just saying, man.
That man was around when breakdancing was around. He inspired Wu-Tang, the sword style of sword. Hello, mother. She has joined us. Now we can get it all kicked off because, as we know, we're the #1 sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. And she actually got something new for us. To the moon and back. To the moon and back.
He's listening to Eric Roberson. Okay. I love it. To the moon and back.
Thank you, G. I knew you was gonna be with me. I knew you was gonna be with me, G. I appreciate it. All right. I bored y'all enough of my
yeah.
All right. So the main thing that we're gonna be talking about, of course, like we had these last couple weeks, is the playoffs. Round 1 has ended for every team now.
Yep.
Now we have round 2. But before we get to round 2 and expectations and some things that have happened already, round 1 ended on a very bad note for some. Would you like to go into detail before I get into roasting?
Well, I'm gonna just start by saying this. The Pelicans lost, got beat 4-0. That's no surprise. Before we even get to that, the Pelicans are not expected to offer Brandon Ingram a contract extension this offseason. Ingram is eligible to sign a 4-year, $208 million deal, but the Pelicans may be looking for maybe going in another direction. Brandon Ingram, in my opinion, is a pretty good, decent small forward in the NBA. I like his game. He's tall. He can create his own shot, but he did struggle against OKC, especially against Luke Dort. Brandon Ingram, he can on a good team, he can be that. He can be that guy. If you ask me my opinion, I would trade Brandon Ingram if Joel Embiid stays. I would trade Brandon Ingram to Philadelphia for Tobias Harris and some first round picks.
So you doing it for Philadelphia, not for New Orleans?
For Philadelphia, yeah. Brandon Ingram deserves to be in that in a good situation. I don't think the situation in New Orleans is going to change anything. The Zion Brandon Ingram experiment has expired. It has come to a conclusion. And just by me saying that, from what reports are coming out saying, I think they need to go and trade him. Or when it's time, if you're a free agent, go ahead and walk away. Go to your desired destination where you could win. Go to the East. Maybe you could team up with Orlando. Orlando has some cooking down there. We ain't gonna forget about that. But they young as well. But Brandon Ingram, I think I think his time in New Orleans needs to end. I think it was fun while it lasted. He showed a lot of promise. He was an all-star. But right now, I think he needs to do what's best for him.
Y'all ignore that in the background.
What you think? What you think?
In terms of Brandon Ingram, the thing that happened in New Orleans, unlike you, I disagree. The Zion Brandon Ingram experience never got started because one of them couldn't stay healthy at all, and he was always gone. In terms of what they want from Brandon Ingram, it's not right what they're asking from him because Brandon Ingram cannot get the ball and get the flow started when Zion's on the court because that's the only thing that they feed through. Everybody else is a catch and shoot type of player. Brandon Ingram can create his own shot. Zion Williamson only keeps the ball in his hand and barrels his way down. He can only shoot between a 5 and 8 foot jumper. And by jumper, I mean a layup.
Yeah.
And Brandon Ingram can do more things with the ball. So his style no longer serves that team. Having said all of that, I'm not sure where he goes, but this is not a bad thing for him. For New Orleans, I'm sorry, your pinnacle is what it is. Without Zion, y'all aren't very much of anything. And with Zion, y'all not very much of anything because he can't stay healthy. Mm-hmm. So that experiment failed regardless. When it comes to Orlando, you mentioned them. I think G and I said it before. When it comes to Orlando has one thing working against them, and that's history. Shaq couldn't do it. Dwight Howard couldn't do it. And not to say Paolo Vaquero can't do it, but history beats persona most of the time. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's going to get it done, but they are truly an interesting team. Now what they do next is going to be very interesting because they're not short of anything minus experience and maybe 1 or 2 more people, right?
Right.
But you have to ask yourself, just as the West got so massively good again, will the East get better? And then do y'all remain at the middle or do y'all go to the top or do y'all fall to the bottom? Because you have a special player in Paolo. You have Franz. You have Franz. You have Suggs. You have a lot of things. I don't think they have a true point guard as far as distributing the ball. But then also, like, it's the curse of being an Orlando Magic. Like, eventually, that last game they could have won. It just felt like experience, maybe, if we want to use that as an excuse, or just plain they wasn't ready for the moment. I don't know. But they were very much so in that game to win it at first. Like, they were, Paolo Vaquero came out hitting on all cylinders. And the team looked like they were ready to, like, and then on that one bad leg, Donovan Mitchell went crazy.
Just Donovan Mitchell, man. He did his thing.
And that's a smaller person that tore into. In the elephant that he wants to avoid is the Clippers versus the Mavericks.
Well, we're going to get on that in a minute. Tobias Harris, another one, again, that I mentioned earlier. Last game, well, let me give you the scenario with Tobias Harris. Game 1, 7 points. Game 2, 10 points. Game 3, 8 points. Game 4, 10 points. Game 5 is best game, 19 points. And game 6, 0 points. Now I know it's gonna say it's starting off bad right now. Starting off bad. Right now, he was one of those guys that, you know, a lot of people like his game and everything. I like his game. I thought he had everything going for him, but unfortunately, I was mistaken. I was mistaken. So I apologize. I apologize to myself. Cary, it's okay. Now let's get to the Clippers. Go ahead.
The Clippers continue to disappoint. They continue to have disappointing players on their team. Some players showed up the first couple of games. Some showed up the middle and didn't have any effect. But at the end of the day, when elimination was in their faces, they did not show up. And as much as we can talk about playoff P and that self-proclaimed name, we have to go to the root of the problem. And that, my friends, is James Harden. He never disappoints. I told my brother if he got 15, I wouldn't sit up here and go in on him. But he only got 16, and it was no effect to the game. Like, it's just everything that happened was just so disappointing. Like the Clippers, the way that looked, minus Kawhi Leonard inserting himself in games 2 and 3, the way the Clippers looked game 1, they look like they was about to be world beaters. And then I had to stop myself. There's no sense in being scared. Look who they got on their team. You got Mr. Can't Stay Healthy. I don't know if you want to call him the Lion from the Wizard of Oz. You want to call him the Scarecrow. I don't know who you want to call him, right? I don't know if you want to call him whatever the dog was, Frodo. I don't know who you want to call him. But this is the essential tools of misfit toys that nobody can get done. And I'm sick of seeing the Clippers in this. Like the Lakers won their game, a gentleman's sweep or whatever, but people actually had hope in the Clippers. They getting an arena built. Like I'm just so sad about what they have to look forward to. And Ty Lue, I think they said signed an extension. I'm even sadder for him.
Well, first things first. Right now, with them losing in the first round, do you break up the big three?
Yes.
I
told you that.
Break it up, man.
I told you that at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start off. I ain't gonna say start off from the get go, but I ain't gonna say start off from the bottom, but somebody got to go. I think Paul George. He may. I don't think he's picking up his play.
God, you gonna keep James Harden? Oh God.
I mean,
it'll be another first round exit again.
Kawhi Leonard, he ain't staying healthy. I don't know. Then we ain't even talk about Miami yet.
We'll get into them in a minute.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So anyway, winners of first rounds: Boston, New York. Boston, New York, Indianapolis. Indianapolis. Indiana. There you go. I'm thinking about the Colts. I really am. Yeah. Cleveland. You have Denver.
Yep.
You have Minnesota.
Yep.
You have OKC, and you have Dallas.
Yes, sir.
You have Minnesota right now, who has not lost a game.
Let's talk about it, man.
They have not lost a game. Anthony Edwards, the point guard extraordinaire, who most are saying is Michael Jordan's lost son or illegitimate son. You have this young man who gives you shades of all the confidence in the world with 90s bravado and the heart, intensity, and mindset to match. And he just looks fabulous. They are up 2-0 over the Warriors. I'm sorry, over the different Nuggets. Before we get to everything, you got to say, this is G&C Sports Talk. Cary, Gary, want to make sure you like, subscribe, and share. I know we said at the beginning, we had a busted light. We had a bad Willie over here. So we didn't get a chance to send a leak like we usually do. But we did put it on social, so we're doing better with that.
Yeah, we did.
Want to make sure, again, you like, subscribe, share, tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure y'all get them comments. We appreciate that. Also, tell us what you are listening to music-wise, because we love music and we have a segment at the end. Okay, I think I got it all out.
You got it.
Minnesota is up 2-0.
Yes, sir.
1, is Denver in danger of getting swept? And 2, what is it that gets Minnesota up 2 games over the defending champions?
All right. So to answer your first question, is Denver in danger of getting swept? To answer your question, yes, they are. They have lost 2, not 1, but 2 home games at home, at their house, which they are unbeatable. And I gotta say this as well. The last team to beat Denver at home was Minnesota. That was the last team to beat Denver at home. And the reference to the other question, the reason they are up 2-0 is because guess what? Defense wins championships. And Minnesota has been the number 1 defensive team in the NBA in the regular season, and they have been a number 1 defensive team in the playoffs. They are locking people up. They are Jokic. He did what he did, but he didn't look like regular Jokic. Yesterday, Aaron Gordon had 20 points. Nikola Jokic had 16 points. Everybody else, all the starters had single digits. Jamal Murray had 8 points on 3 of 18 shooting. Michael Porter Jr. had 9 points on 4 of 12 shooting, and Caldwell Pope had 4 points. And the thing that kind of I want to say about Michael Porter Jr. because he's still young. What I've always said, to elevate his game, he's going to have to learn how to take that next step and learn to create his own shot off the dribble. He's good at spotting up, and he's good at running off of pin downs and run off screens, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But to elevate your game, to make Denver a more dangerous team, he's going to have to be that third scorer that can get his own shots. Yesterday was the first time that Aaron Gordon scored 20 points. And I have to give credit to, like I said, the Minnesota Timberwolves. They were locking people up. And also yesterday, you know who didn't play yesterday? Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert did not play yesterday. He was out for personal reasons. Therefore, his firstborn son. And they mollywopped the defending champs at their home without the defensive player of the year in Rudy Gobert. So Minnesota is your series to lose. You can go and sweep this. I don't think Denver has a chance based off what I've seen. Based off the defensive tenacity that the Minnesota Timberwolves showed, I don't see him doing it. Anthony Edwards is a superstar right now. He's playing like a superstar. He got that team on his back, and wherever he goes, they go. And the effort on defense is great to see.
So from Anthony Holmes, what up, Unc?
What up, Unc?
Do you think the Wolves have solved the Joker mystery? I don't think they solved it, but they have a pretty good grasp on it right now. One of the things that people aren't talking about, and I know nobody's going to use it as an excuse, and I'm not going to use it as one either, but it is a fact. Jamal Murray, their star point guard extraordinaire, like you said, he is not 100%. If he was 100%, I think you see better scoring and you see that 1-2 punch going on. Without Jamal Murray at 100%, who else do you have to step up? Because they let go of some of their key role players. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. We got rid of him for a reason with the Lakers, and he just so happened to work up until now for the Denver Nuggets. He's not that type of role player. I don't think, me personally, you tell me what you think, Reggie Jackson, when he's with the Los Angeles Clippers, was a good role player. I don't think they're using him enough. Well, I think he could be a better, and I know he's defensive, but I'm talking about, I think you need to try to make sure you utilize him while Jamal Murray got that bad leg.
Unfortunately, he's injured now.
Well, and see,
now.
And this is the weight of the crown on your head, because as much as Joker works, teams have figured out if he scores and he's not affecting any other part of the game, rebounding, assisting, steals, whatever it may be, then he's just a scorer, then he doesn't have the same impact on the game. Or, like last night, you could just lock him down and it doesn't mean anything. Having said all that, the Wolves have started to crinkle the paper in a sense, but they hadn't cracked the code yet of Denver, because if Denver were 100%, I think we see a series going to 7. I don't think they're going to get swept. I feel like it might go to 6. I ain't counting Denver out just yet, but if they lose Friday, that series is done because they're down 3-0 and they would be in Minnesota. We have Dallas, because we're both on the same page. Boston gonna win against Cleveland, right?
Tonight.
No, just in general, the series.
Well, I want to do a game by the game. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have Boston.
Well, we just called it right now for them.
Yeah.
So Boston's gonna win how many games? How many games are they gonna 5, 6, 4?
5.
They might sweep them depending on how the first 2 games,
Right.
but that's just
5.
me. Whenever, because I'm trying to get to the ones, the bigger ones that mean something. Indianapolis, New York is a throwback matchup. Jalen Brunson, star extraordinaire, 40 points in his last 4 games in the conversation with greats such as Michael Jordan, like Anthony Edwards. Jalen Brunson, with all the injuries that they have, has elevated his team, and his team is full of hustle, tenacity, defense, much like a Minnesota Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm.
The Indiana Pacers, are they posers in this sense when it comes to playing them? And did they lose their best chance of winning game 1?
Yeah, they did. But here's the thing. The good thing about this, it took New York. It took everything New York had to beat Indiana yesterday. Indiana was striking on all accords. The only thing they didn't do was stop Jalen Brunson. If they hold him to maybe 30 points, then they win that game last night. But I think this might be a good series. This might be a pretty good series. I like what I saw from Indiana yesterday. Pascal Siakam, aggressive. Tyrese Halliburton, 6 points. You got to play better, brother. I mean, you might be the face of the league, might be the new point guard, whatever.
I'm sick of people talking about face of the league. We gonna do an episode on that.
Yeah.
I'm sick of people saying all these faces of the league. Everybody can't be no face of the league.
Okay, well,
not you. I'm talking about just in general.
Yeah, but he's up there. He's one of the best players in the league. But I need more than 6 points. You have to be a little bit more aggressive because apparently, if Brunson's scoring 40 points and you scoring 6 points, what are you out there doing? What are you out there doing, man? Like you only giving me 6 points while the other guy at your position giving all your whole team 40 points. I need you to step up. But I like what I'm seeing from this series. We're gonna see how they react tomorrow when they play again. But I'm looking forward to it. I like it.
I don't like what I see from Indiana because their thing was let's speed up New York and see if they can keep up with us. And they did, right? And the only thing about it is New York probably had the best season of trades, just like the Dallas Mavericks. When they got OG Anunoby, and first of all, shout out to Toronto. Toronto as a team did not work. Toronto, after they broke up, Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, like, hey, those are the 2 stars of Toronto, and they look good on other teams.
Right.
Josh Hart will not get talked about because his stats are not like that. But I'll be damned if he not rebounding the hell out the ball.
Man, I disagree. I think Josh Hart is playing real good basketball.
No. I'm saying he won't get talked about stat line wise. This is gonna always be overshadowed by Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
But he's doing everything else for that team, and as well as the rest of the team. They want it. They're like the Minnesota Timberwolves. They got that dog in them. I think when it comes to this series, give me 5 games, and I think you see New York. I think New York Knicks will steal a game in Indianapolis, and they're gonna sit up there and win. Mm-hmm. And they might win in 5. Like that's what I'm thinking right now. The way that game went last night, and I know it was in New York, and everybody want to talk about the calls and all that. New York don't care where they play; they just gotta play. All the injuries they got, they don't care. They just got to play. And I this is something I thought about too. Ain't it ironic how Obi Toppin is on Indiana and he playing against the Knicks? And even though he might have had a dunk of the night, it didn't even last. It don't matter.
I think it did, man.
That dunk of the night don't mean, and they lost still.
They lost, but I thought, man, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought Indiana was gonna pull it out last night. Pause on that. No diddy. But I thought they was gonna pull it out. Me personally, looking at that game, I thought Indiana, the way that game was going, I thought Indiana was going to win that game. That's just me.
The only thing I would tell you with recent history is why would you think Indiana will pull out a close game when New York ain't done but win close games on this postseason?
But that's the thing about New York, man. I just don't trust. Like, and I'm gonna go back to this.
Trust me in late game situations.
No, just like with Denver. They when they played the Lakers, it ain't like they won a series, but it ain't just like they just beat the Lakers by 10 plus points. I don't even think they beat the Lakers by double digits. The same thing go with New York Knicks. The only difference is one win and one not. But New York has been in close. Every game has been a close game. Every game has been a close game with the Knicks, and just so apparently they have been winning. I can't take that away from them.
So it's about winning to me, and they won. So that's the bigger thing. I don't care if it's by a half a point they won. I say that because the Indiana Pacers went, was it 5 or 6 games with Milwaukee?
With Milwaukee, probably like
wasn't it 3-2? So five. So they went 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, 5 or 6 games.
Honestly, without Giannis,
this did the same thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, without Giannis, they could have done so much better. I know Dame went off or whatever, but there's a couple times where they lost it. They lost one game, of course. But there's a couple times where if we think Indiana has elevated the way they needed to, I thought Indiana would have low-key swept, if not won in straight up 5. No, they was 60.
Yeah.
I thought they would have won it straight up just like that because Milwaukee hobbled. Milwaukee don't have it like that, and they got a whole lot of other stuff going on.
That's true.
With New York, everybody been saying it all year. New York ain't been no team that's gonna blow you out and wow you. They some survivors. Survivors don't wow you. They just win, and that's what I look at with them. In terms of Denver, like I said, we'll see, and then also OKC, Dallas. With that series, I know everybody want to talk about the youth and things like that. OKC plays defense. They play defense. Mm-hmm. And Lou Dort, as much as you were saying he locked up Brandon Ingram, Lou Dort been doing that low-key since he got into the league.
Facts.
So Lou Dort is an X factor. Williams, what's the dude name? It's another guy. I forgot his name.
Jalen Williams.
Okay, all right. Jalen Williams. They got a good supporting cast. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA. Point guard extraordinaire, Chet Holmgren, well above everybody's expectations, no matter what his frame is. Like that team is primed and ready, and we'll see. Their coach even said it. We'll lose a game. We hadn't lost one, and when we lose it, we'll readjust. I think that team want to go to the conference finals, possible shot at the NBA championship. I think Minnesota want to do the same thing. And if we see a Minnesota OKC, maybe then we'll get 7 games. I don't know.
And by the way, one more thing that you mentioned about OKC. They bench is deep, man. The bench is deep. I like it, but we're gonna see. We're gonna check OKC out, see what they talking about.
And if y'all pay attention to our thing, our crawler scroll across the bottom, you'll see Darvin Ham was fired. Yeah. LeBron's a coach killer. That was a debate where I was at. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, Darvin Ham, the Lakers, y'all wrong for that.
Yeah, if Rob Pelinka can get fired, I don't know why Darvin Ham get fired. The coach that takes you to the Western Conference Finals.
And then take you back to the playoffs.
Takes you back to the
playoffs and get fired is wild. Is crazy to me.
What's up?
What up, Sade?
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our segments. We're going to give you 4 of them. Those segments include Flag on the Play, when life comes at you fast, the money shot, and of course, everybody's favorite segment, the music picks. So, Flag on the Play, would you like to explain?
All right. With Flag on the Play is when we see coaches or players or boxers do anything egregious, it's for us to call them out. And by the way, I got to give a big shout out to Canelo Alvarez for winning May 4th. He did his thing. He up there. But anyway, my Flag on the Play.
Before you go, LeBron is always getting someone fired. Damn shame. Yes, it's a damn shame.
It is a damn shame.
You are definitely right. Coach killer extraordinaire.
Nobody does it better. All right.
Nobody does it better.
Okay. All right.
A little flat.
Yeah, a little flat. All right. So, with no further ado, my Flag on the Play goes to none other than, that's right, people, Ryan Garcia. If you don't know, Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney a couple of weeks ago, knocked him down. He won by unanimous decision. And with him winning or knocking down Devin Haney, again, it don't count against Devin Haney. Devin Haney still has his belts. That loss does not count against him at all. And also the reason it don't count against him, one, because Ryan Garcia was overweight for the bout. And two, Ryan Garcia, this is why he's getting flagged on the play. Two is because he tested positive for PEDs or steroids. So not only did you win the fight, but you actually lost. Two, not only did you win the fight and lost, but you was overweight, and also you tested positive for steroids. Ryan Garcia, you wrong for that. You get the flag on the play, sir.
How can you even tell me to cue up the whistle? You know I got a lot I'm doing over here.
Yeah, I know. You
Hold on, there we go. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, my flag on the play is very simple, and my flag on the play goes to two people, two underperforming people, two letdowns, two boner killers. That is James Harden, who in games 3 and 4 scored a combined 16 and 7 is 23 points. The most disappointing performance was the game before last, but the elimination game was more disappointing because you scored 33 points in your first game and showed that you could actually do it. But then that's reminiscent of what you usually do in your playoff history, and that's come out strong and then go flat. And then also we have Tobias Harris, who scored a total of 19 points in his last 2 games, with the last game being the most disappointing, scoring 0 points, going 0 for 2. 0 for 2 in a whole game. I don't know which one I'm more disappointed in, but I can tell you this. Nobody can be more disappointed than this man that put his stake in these players to say he believes in them, or because you believe in one, the other you just so happen to root for. In the words of Cat Williams, you have an unnatural allegiance to losers. And you, sir, I'm going to do a bonus and throw a flag on the play on you because you have an unnatural allegiance to losers.
Oh, my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our flag on play. I know you don't like getting roped in there with
somebody wants to be a comedian today. Somebody likes to be a comedian. Everybody wants to be a comedian.
Somebody told me back in the day, said you ain't that funny for these women to be laughing at you. I said, you right, I ain't funny. I'm hilarious. Joker.
All right. So our next segment is when life comes at you fast, and pretty much when life comes at you fast is when you're on cloud 9, cloud 10, cloud 13, cloud 15, and you have your parachute on, and you come out there, you gliding, and that parachute don't work. This is when life comes at you fast. All right. Well, when life comes at you fast is the Phoenix Suns getting swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yep, you heard it here from the horse's mouth. They got swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Do I think we owe the Phoenix Suns an apology? I'm gonna say, nah. Y'all had way too much money, and then I'm hearing rumors that players might be dipping out, going other places because it didn't work out. Nah, man. Y'all need to stay down there for that embarrassment, because that performance y'all pulled up for 4 games. Them people down in Phoenix need their money back. Y'all couldn't even get 1 win. Y'all couldn't get 1 win.
Come on, dog.
I'm sorry. Even the Lakers got 1 win against the Phoenix.
See, I knew you was gonna do that.
I just did. It's the truth. It's the truth. One team got at least 1 win. Y'all couldn't get 1 win. I know Minnesota good. Are they that good? Y'all couldn't get 1 win. They weren't even number 1 seed. They not number 1 seed in the West.
Seed don't mean that they hadn't lost the game. They just won against Denver twice.
Oklahoma City ain't lost the game yet. They might lose one tonight.
But Minnesota haven't though.
Yeah, look, I need Phoenix. Y'all need to reimburse y'all fans, especially season ticket holders. Y'all got some good players on y'all team. Don't get me wrong, but that performance y'all pulled up.
So my only thing is this: before we sit up here and talk about the Lakers and their disappointing performance because they were supposed to get swept, and then Denver didn't bring their slides, and that's why they didn't win according to what the media said.
Again, I want to reference this when we talked about it earlier. It wasn't like the Denver Nuggets just like slaughtered the Lakers. They won by a single digit. It took 2 game winners for them to beat the Lakers. Did it take any game? Was it even close? No.
Listen, you are saying the Phoenix Suns were good this year. They were not. On paper, they were supposed to look good. They don't even have Bradley Beal in his natural position.
What position is that?
He's supposed to be a point guard, but that's Devin Booker's spot.
Nah, he ain't no point guard. He's a shooting guard.
So they have him in point guard, and he's supposed to be a shooting guard. So Devin Booker the shooting guard.
Look,
I'm just saying what they have. They try to get a get rich quick scheme and try to get it fixed up real fast and in a hurry. At the end of the day, the Phoenix Suns, whether they got swept or they kept it close, they were never gonna win against Denver. And if anybody against Minnesota. And if anybody was sitting up here thinking they were just like this Drake Kendrick Lamar beat, y'all crazy. Minnesota been together, they got them dogs. And at the end of the day, this happened to a Kevin Durant team minus a Golden State Warrior. Every time he get on the team, something happened, whether it's a little embarrassing or a lot of embarrassing. Whatever team he on, nothing good happens outside the Golden State Warriors. And I get that toe when he was with the Brooklyn Nets was the reason why they didn't go further.
You know what y'all need to do? Fusion, like Dragon Ball Z, now go away.
Nah, man, like that's what they did. They fusion and it didn't work. Bradley Beal, Booker, and KD, it didn't work. And now KD unhappy, so he might want to get traded. Bradley Beal certainly can't go nowhere unless they trade him. And then you got Devin Booker, who, for all intents and purposes, brother, you might as well ride the thing out and get your jersey hung up.
Right, might as well.
You don't go nowhere. But Phoenix on paper was supposed to be way more. In the whole season, they were disappointing us. Why are we shocked? We don't even know if Bradley Beal was healthy.
True.
And so Minnesota being together, and I give my kudos to Cat. I still ain't riding on that wagon, but I give my kudos to Cat because he has been playing a bit more physical. But I still ain't rolling with who he is. Not yet. I ain't getting on that thing.
That boy been balling.
Boy been balling.
Appreciate you, Cat, for balling out. Hey, you are the one that's making it feel good, man.
No, you not making it feel. Anthony Edwards making it feel good.
And Cat.
Ain't no Cat.
Cat 27.
I don't care if Anthony Edwards ain't on that team. It ain't working. Anthony Edwards is the engine that's doing that team. He got to tell Cat, hey, bro, we need you on the floor. Stop fouling. You got a little brother tell the big brother that.
Okay. So
it don't work without we ain't trying to hear all that.
It don't work without Cat either.
Okay.
It don't.
Okay.
It don't. I'm sorry.
Hey, okay.
Take Cat off the team.
Take Cat off the team. Somebody else. They got a bench. They Mike Conley step up. McDaniel step up. Anderson. What's his name? I can't remember his first. Is it Kyle?
Ooh.
Kyle Anderson.
Kyle Anderson.
They got a team that like to play defense. They defense makes their offense look that much better. I ain't saying Cat don't have a factor. I'm saying before when it was Cat and what we saw when it was just Cat. Hey, great scorer. You could always score. Huh?
They were losing.
All right, then. Anthony Edwards is the thing that got this engine going. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, both of them need. They come.
One person. This man was doing it before him. Cat. New man come in, insert him. It looked a lot better now.
Yeah, superstar right there. Yeah.
You got Jordan Jr. there.
Who?
Jordan Jr. there. You got Jordan Jr. there. But yeah, before we call out Phoenix, I have to ask you, honestly, really and truly, not that we talking about we thought they were gonna get swept, but who did you think was really gonna win this series?
Minnesota.
All right, then.
I thought it was gonna be a little bit more competitive.
No, you wanted to be more competitive.
No, I thought it was gonna be more competitive.
I'm actually happy it was a sweep. I wanted a lot of them things to be a sweep, including the Lakers, because at the end of the day, it just didn't happen. When the first game would have happened, wrap it up, coach. All this morale about we got a gentleman sweep, wrap it up, coach. We got run out the building. Now, Denver can have whatever they done, and I know my uncle said earlier, run what you got. They running what they got. I'm just saying we ain't gonna ignore the fact that they are hurt. Minnesota, it might be their time right now, but this series ain't over until at least Friday. If they win Friday, there's new life, 2-1. They'll be in Minnesota. I don't know what home court advantage type thing they got, but I don't think Minnesota cares. So we'll see. We shall see. But the insinuate that, Phoenix and we expect. I expect nothing from Phoenix, but for KD to score a lot of points, which he did.
I think Shaq did.
Frank Vogel ain't dance. Y'all, thank you, G. Thank you. That's what I'm saying too. I agree, G. Okay, Mama.
We watched it.
Where would KD go?
The Knicks?
And that's the sad part about it. We keep having that same question. Where would he go? Why he just can't stay somewhere? See, he should never left OKC. He should never left OKC.
Or Golden State.
Oh, we can't even get started on that one.
Get Tim
Mama,
Duncan out of retirement.
Mama, come on.
I wish, Mama.
No, I don't.
I wish.
I don't. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our money shot right before we get to our last thing. She already bring up Tim Duncan. And Shaq and somebody like, you love it, I get it. We have the money shot. The money shot is something that you have to remember, something that we do not want you to forget. And when you do hear this, we want you to run back and listen to our podcast. It's because it's so amazing. And we love y'all for supporting us. I ain't said it today, but I thank y'all for the repeat offenders that keep showing up, right? I thank y'all for the repeat offenders. Thank you for the replay viewers. Thank you to the first time listeners. Anyway, without further ado, here is the money shot. If it pop up, there we go.
Here comes the money.
Money shot goes to none other than Jimmy Butler, Pat Riley. Jimmy Butler, I love what he said. If he was in the playoffs, the Knicks would be gone and the Boston Celtics would be gone. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, we can say he might be talking trash. He might be talking out the side of his neck. Shout out to Grambling. He might be out of his mind. But Jimmy Butler is one of the only players that got everybody out the paint in the East. By himself, some would argue, because of the injuries that are taking place. Now, Jimmy Butler might have been injured this year, but one can surmise for the playoffs. One can surmise if Jimmy Butler would have been healthy, he probably would have willed his team to win. And who knows, he's done it before. Every team he has won against in the past where he's gotten his team to the finals, one can say they've been outmatched talent-wise. And Jimmy Butler is the X factor. With his 9 3-point shooting tail, he still get it done. Somebody else who has a little bit of the Jordan gene inside of him when it comes to being clutch. But for Pat Riley to come out and say, I just think, honestly, if you're not playing in the game, just shut up. What Pat Riley's saying just doesn't make sense when the Jimmy Butler claims are real. If he was playing, I agree. They probably would have won. He didn't say nothing about the team because, honestly, what his team got, they was going to get regardless.
Also, Pat Riley on Tyler Hero, he's been fragile. Maybe someday he will surprise everyone and play every game. Well, Pat Riley been going at people here. What you had said about him? He said what he said about Jimmy.
If you're not playing, then you should shut up. I mean, honestly, yes, Pat Riley created the Heat culture, but what Jimmy Butler ain't saying is wrong. I don't know. Did we answer what KD would go? You said the Knicks, maybe?
Who knows? He might have stayed in Phoenix.
If he goes somewhere, if Miami keeps this thing together, if Miami's an option, but they didn't want to get Dame Lillard, right? Because they don't want to give up Tyler Hero. So as much as Pat Riley say Tyler Hero is fragile, you also didn't want to give him up when it came to getting Damian Lillard, which honestly, y'all probably would have won. Who knows? Y'all would have had a better record for sure.
Right.
But in terms of where I think KD could or would go, time to run it back, y'all. Go to Golden State. Klay Thompson not going to be there.
I don't think Klay going to be there, man.
Draymond getting his money. They'll do a little finagling around with the thing. They might let go of one of their younger superstars and give to Phoenix. But, hey, KD to Golden State, that's where he can go, honestly. Honestly.
Hey, look, I ain't mad at you, man. Hey, you made that paper. Hey, go elsewhere, man. Jimmy
Tends to show up in the playoffs more than anything.
I agree.
And that's an indictment sometimes, and sometimes it's not. When it comes to who Jimmy Butler is, I think the only thing that we'll remember him for is his clutchness, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't say anything else because sometimes it looks very different in the regular season. But in the playoffs, Playoff Jimmy is a real thing.
I agree.
Playoff Jimmy is
that's a real thing, man.
Go ahead and get to him with the news off.
All right, man. So thank y'all for tuning in, staying in contact with us. You feel me? Hey, we got one of our best segments called Music Picks for the Week, and this is something that we want y'all to listen to. Of course, we're gonna listen to what y'all want us to listen to. So let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. Who we got for number one?
So we have G Don't Mind by Kent Jones. Y'all making it easy for me. Y'all make me feel like I can read.
All right.
Next.
They're not like it.
By Spencer by Cuckoo Kitty. Not like
Kendrick Lamar. He got Drake on that one. He got a banger, man. He got a banger.
Okay.
Floetry.
Butterflies. The original, not the Michael Jackson
knockoff. Yeah, I said it. Michael Jackson was doing the cover and it was not better. Ooh.
I like both of them though. I do like both of them. But that's because Spencer got animosity towards Mike though. Sorry. I thought that was something else. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like we got one more in here. Watch. Nope.
Let's see.
Nope. Okay. I can't see him going anywhere.
Works for him or anywhere else.
And
I agree.
And with that being said, might be time for Katie to hang it up too. You didn't. How I ain't seen a journeyman that's a superstar in the league ever in my life. In the association, in the National Basketball Association, you are a superstar. You are arguably one of the greatest players in history. How did you become a journeyman?
His legacy, when it's all said and done, is gonna be.
It's shaky.
It's gonna be shaky.
It's shaky.
And the pros outweigh the cons, but at the same time, the cons, boy, them just some big cons. But hey, we gonna get to my music picks for the week. The first one, we want to take it to the DMV. The first one is Young Jose, Voices. I like their rap record. I like it. Y'all go check that out. And a classic R&B record, Jodeci, What About Us? You gotta love it, man. And I understand it's What About Us.
Yes, for my two music picks this week, I have by King Kendrick, if you will. Kendrick Lamar, King Kunta. Fire record. If you've been following the beef like me, him, Spencer,
the whole world.
I forgot to make a rest in peace sign for Drake because it got pretty rough there for him. It got real rough there. Cause he not like us, right? He not like us. I just thought about it. That title means something too.
They not like us, man. They not like us.
But yes, Kendrick Lamar, King Kunta, fire record, good beat. I've listened to it over and over again. That's where the original beat started, I believe, after Control record. And then the Mexican OT feature, Moneybagg Yo, Twisted Fingers. Pretty good. Pretty good. We got a couple minutes left.
Okay.
I know you were trolling, or at least I hope you were trolling. Were you serious when you said Drake won?
No.
Okay, you were trolling. I was gonna let Spencer.
I will say this. Now I ain't gonna say, I ain't gonna hype it up like a lot of people, especially on social media, be hyping up. I'm gonna put it to you like this: it was Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao past their prime, just like I told you. It was a whole lot of back and forth. Like it was some stuff going on there. Be like, it is what it is. But again, Kendrick with the knockout punch on "This Is Not They Not Us." Yeah, they not us.
Not like us.
Not like us. That kind of got Drake. Now Drake came back with his record, but he sounded tired. He sounded like he ain't want no more. He was tired of the back and forth. So they gave us a good battle, but at the end of the day, Kendrick won that. It is what it is.
Yeah, I just want to say before we get out,
but shout out to Drake for even attempting to.
We'll give him a shout out for attempting for sure.
Drake tapped out, so yeah, he did.
He did, but again, just like Minnesota Phoenix thing, no matter how long it went or how far it went, we knew that Minnesota was going to win. We knew as hip hop heads, in a sense, who was going to win that battle. It was a mental gymnastic, as Drake said, in a sense. And what I'll challenge you is this: You ain't gotta go listen to the lyrics. Like just go read the lyrics. But they got videos where they got the lyrics posted. If you look at them, it do a whole different thing to you. Like some of the beats might have been whatever, and he didn't go that hard. But on a couple of them,
yeah, we was talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good fun beat.
It was good to what.
Yeah, but was it the best? Like, was it the best rap beat ever? No, ain't going that far. But hey, I mean, it delivered, bro.
Thank you, G. Thank you for another great show. Yes, Drake.
Should have known better.
Should have tapped out a long time ago.
I would, man. The way he was talking, man, I thought you had something. I thought you had something in the tuck. You ain't had nothing in the tuck. I wanted him to go like. I still don't think Drake even just got to that point yet.
Listen.
This
man released 2 records after he released one. Kendrick on some other stuff.
Yeah.
And ain't no telling how long he been having this brewed up. I said this to Spencer when we talked real briefly, so we go to get out of here. Yeah. I told Spencer, I said, what if this man really just going in the booth for freestyle? Like, how crazy is that? Not even writing it down. Like, what if he just going in the booth freestyling, talking from his emotions? That's crazy. Anyway, yes, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. To our repeat offenders, our replay viewers, and our first-time listeners, make sure you like, subscribe, and share.
Do that, please.
This is the G&C Sports Talk.
Yep.
Rebranded. Better than ever, right? This is G&C Sports Talk. What we do it
for the culture.
By the culture.
Because we are the culture, you dig?
And
I like my new shirt.
And this is the #1 sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. We love y'all. We thank y'all. Y'all take care. Oh, our birthday coming up next Thursday.
Hey, and keep, like my boy on Snow on the Bluff say, keep that motherfucker rolling.